Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Today I will do a general read and then we will do a little bit of oracle card pulls. My guide just likes to start with a general reading to kind of get everything settled and kind of get a few people here. So we will just start with a general read and then we will get into some questions. Hi, Sherry. Hope you're doing well this morning. Is life getting a little bit more back to normal for you? So we are just going to start with a general read. So we're going to start with the romance angels. So feels like it must be a love reading today. Yes, Carolyn, you can. We just do a general read and then we do questions. So we just pull oracle now. I do tarot normally at 11. So the card that came out is pay attention to the red flags, which is the signs are cautioning you. And then the bottom of the deck is the true love card. I feel like sometimes that red flag is make sure you're not overgiving, that you're not completely, immersing yourself completely 100% in that other person, and making it become something codependent, as I see the lovers there. So just that kind of, yeah. And with that, that the signs are cautioning you. Celia's always telling me to be aware, not beware, but be aware. So I feel like that's part of what that message is saying, because that's what I'm hearing in my head, that be aware, that, this is, it shows the true love card. It says, this is the romance of a lifetime, but just make sure that when you're when you're in that relationship, you're not forgetting about every other aspect of your life. Good morning, Maxine. How are you? So the cards that came out are the Nine of Wands and the Sun and the Two of Pentacles. And the Fool is on the bottom. I feel like as you're stepping into your journey, which I feel like if you're watching me, you're kind of, on that path of stepping into your spiritual journey. And as we're working on our journey, we're supposed to shine the light for others. And as you do that, I feel like, look, she's definitely getting, some activation. I know Dave's really been getting activated recently, so I'm sure a lot of other people are. I know my stuff's been going, I'm getting a lot of downloads as well, but I feel like, sometimes that when we have to be on this path alone, because like she is alone working on that. Sometimes that's for, our own personal growth, but know that I feel like this is the underlying energy of what's coming in, a new opportunity with this true love person. And the next card is the soulmate card with the engagement card next, and she's telling me to go, to the bottom of the tarot. It's just about a time of really having your strength, making sure you're balanced, grounded, really feeling your emotions, not overreacting with your emotions, feeling them, but, being, balanced in managing them, not overreacting. If something happens and someone doesn't call you, that it's not, your energy goes in a downward spiral, you got to feel that feeling and then, go back to your high vibration where you are, because as you do that, it's going to bring that cycle back around of your healing. And I feel like it's definitely a time, on the pay attention to the red flags is also a warning of, look at your patterns. What are your patterns in love? Do you have somebody that's in and out? What is your role in that situation? Because somebody is not doing something to you. You're an active participant in whatever situation is going on, because you're allowing it to happen, whatever the situation is. But all of these cards, the person is standing alone, all the cards down here. So I feel like really it's like we are really being called right now to work on our personal journey. I mean, I know definitely every day I'm getting pushed pretty much all day long to work on my journey. I know Dave is feeling the very same way with his journey. So I'm sure everyone else is kind of feeling that. So just know that, if you're in this struggle time right now, because sometimes that Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, just know that that sunshine, which is, that real happiness that you want is coming. That, is, the next progression here. But I feel like, we're supposed to make sure we're shining our light, to help guide the others. More and more people are getting awakened every day and, trying to figure out what's their purpose and, how can we be more of service to help the overall, planet. How do we become, more of that energy of the one, the self-love, the, you know love that you feel towards that person that you love most in your life. That's the love you need to be able to shower upon yourself as well. And until you're showering that love upon yourself, um nobody else can shower it upon you. So you really have to get in the place of that self-love if you really want that true love to come in. But I feel like it's really a time, like I feel like the masculine energy is really working on this right now. He's not talking, he's really focused on, on gaining his balance, gaining his clarity, feeling his feelings. I know, in this card, if you look at, there's, lines there, he looks like he's having that heart chakra activation actually. Um, I had never really noticed that before, but it looks like he's truly in that. And I know Dave's kind of having a lot of stuff go on. And I'm like, that's just because the heart chakra is opening up some. So it's allowing that energy just to flow so much more for him. So know that the divine masculine is going through a lot of energy stuff right now. Um, so if you're not in contact with your person or contact's limited, but I feel like this is like no contact. I feel like part of this no contact is because, um, it's a time for you, pay attention. She's saying, that red flags. Are you over giving? Make sure you're having, boundaries. You know, she has boundaries. She's been through a lot, but she's having boundaries, but she's still shining her light. So just know, she said, the masculine energy is really going deep right now, working on their stuff. So if you're in no contact with your person, just know they're working on it. They're really doing the work. Um, thank you, Sherry Lee, for helping. Yes. Yeah, coffee and cards is just a little casual. We just do a general read, um, then we get to questions. And my guide just calls who she's called to. So, honestly, if you spam the chat, she's probably not going to call you just because she feels it's disrespectful. You know, so Sherry Lee, can we get a card for you? Do you have a question? Um, And I think we're going to use the Romance Angels and then the Cosmic Journey today. So you can pick your question or your deck. But we're just going to use, I think, those two decks today. Which are these two. So the regular Romance Angels or the Cosmic Journey. And we'll leave them both sitting kind of right there. So those are the choices today. I didn't put my do not disturb on, and I feel my daughter's getting ready to text me, so we'll just see. We'll see if I can be preemptive. Okay. And I don't know if you can hear, but I have my window open, and you can hear my wind chimes. When I hear them blow, it reminds me of my mom. We always joke. We always say that it's my mom bringing, Especially if I say something and then they ring. Dave's definitely that's my mom. So, so we are getting a card for Sherry Lee. Sherry Lee, the card you get so far is the separation card. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. But I notice above that, that energy, that person, there are a couple little angels. So I feel like it's definitely a guided separation. Even if it's not a separation in the physical, sometimes energetically it can be a separation. So you're saying, but, and then the deception card, someone is wearing a false mask in the relationship. So I feel like if there is, if you're in some separation, I feel like it's because whoever's wearing the false mask is working on it, and there's some codependency. And then we get the flirt card, which is just kind of a more lighten up energy. Definitely, that codependent. So I used to say, make sure you're being more lighthearted about any kind of communication. Don't be in that you need someone's energy. But also, and this says someone's wearing a false mask, but if you look at the cards, both people are actually wearing that false mask. So I feel like both people have that codependency issue that manifests in one way or another. So I feel like both people are wearing the mask, not just one. When we meet someone and stuff, sometimes we put our best foot forward, but so you're saying sometimes the quality you don't like in someone is actually one of the qualities you have. So there's some message in that. So if there's something about that person that really is irritating you, she's saying, look at that quality in yourself. Because like with twin flame, you both tend to kind of mirror that energy. So I feel like sometimes it's a time to, take that mask off and be vulnerable. And, me and Dave have to talk about all those situations. We talk about everything, like things that, I would have never dreamed about talking to someone about. Me and Dave talk about. So it's beautiful that we talk about everything. Definitely a blessing for sure. So that's her message for you, Sherry Lee. Thank you for helping with the chat today. Hi, Maxine. Would you like a card? And Sherry Lee, she wants me to show you the bottom of the deck, which is new love, which is a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So if that energy hasn't happened, just know, I know when my person I initially thought was my twin flame wasn't, I was a catalyst. And then when I gave up that energy and kind of let go of that codependency, Dave came in really quickly. So. But with that codependency card, don't always just assume that it has to be that one person, because sometimes people come in our lives to really, put us on the path and to activate us. Like, I'm so glad I don't have all of that runner chaser energy with Dave, that and all that hurt, that Dave and I are to a different level of healing with that. So sometimes you hear the catalyst thing and sometimes people feel that that's a bad thing. But, honestly, I'm blessed he was a catalyst, because I'm glad I don't have all that with Dave. I love right where we're at. Yeah, like that person did that, and Dave would never, ever, ever do that to me. He treats me with so much love and I mean support. Yesterday he made me my favorite breakfast, banana Fosters, and then he made me my favorite dinner. After the day, it was a very strong, energetic day for us. I took a nap, and then we had a hot tub early just because the energy was so crazy. So if you are feeling like a little out of sorts and your energy's up and down, just know there's a lot of energy coming in right now. Celia's saying so. Strong, strong energy. I'm kind of like a, I normally feel it a little before Dave. So, and I did yesterday early, and then he did in the afternoon. So strong energy the next couple of days. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I mean, we drink one coffee and we both already switched to tea. So um, make sure yeah, self care. So, Maxine, would you like a card? Did you put a question? Let me make my chat bigger. Coffee and cards. Sometimes Celia, yeah, we get a little distracted. Dave and I were that way, like from the very, very first day, like that first night, like we went and we had dinner and we were up till 4 a.m. talking. So. And there goes my throat. So Maxine, we definitely got a message for you. We did the cosmic journey. I know when I just did my cards a little bit ago, everything I got, because I'm using this new deck, getting familiar with it, that Dave got me. It's the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And all of my cards were throat and above. Nothing was below, I had like 6 cards that were throat. Okay, Maxine. The universe wants to co-conspire with you. Maxine, today is like super good energy. Tomorrow, like 6 a.m. my time, is the end of the lunar eclipse, and that's when it's a full moon. So like the next full lunar eclipse is not till March of 2025. So this is like super duper strong energy. Like Celia's been really telling me to, this is a good time to release anything that's holding back your manifestations, because full moons are about releasing things and eclipses are about releasing things. So it's like, really, what would you like to release in your life, that's really holding your abundance back? So she's like, really, it's a time to really think about what would you like, what is blocking you? Time to really, Dave's really been focusing on, his family karma stuff the last few days. Like he got a hit on it, and like his great grandfather woke me up this morning, like saying his name in my head. So I'm like, yeah, great grandfather wants you to do some work on your stuff today. So Dave's going to do that. So Maxine, I feel like, some message about that. What in your family karma is holding you back? Look at the patterns in love and money for your family. Your close family, your extended family. Look at the patterns in love and money, and if there's a trend, of the story, write a different little story you would like for yourself. Write what you would like to release, because it's trying to co-conspire with you. And then we get the phoenix rises into joyful abundance. So look at what's blocking your money. Definitely she's saying money. So look at your family patterns in money, Maxine. If there tends to be, kind of a pattern or a trend, or, and you would like a different pattern or trend, write that story, of what that you see the current trend to be. Write a little like goodbye letter to it, you know. I see this pattern has, you know, been in my family for generations, you know. We would like to release that and we would like to begin a new pattern of abundance and joy and happiness, you know. But you have to be aware of what the pattern is. And then you get the hero of your own cosmic journey. So I feel like this, you can really like change, like, look at like your patterns. It's definitely karma. Look at your patterns in your family. And like literally write what you see the pattern to be, you know, whatever the situation is, you know. Money comes and money goes quickly, or, you know, money flows and then money stops, you know, whatever that pattern of the overall family, you know, you're not even just your parents, your, you know, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, you know, kind of look at the overall and see. And that can be for anybody else that's listening as well. You know, this, you know, tomorrow's energy is super duper powerful. Like Celia's like, psh, I would burn it just so you release it back to the universe, you know. And with that, you know, say, you know, I release this back to the universe to be transmuted. And then just burn it. I transmute it that way it gets returned back to light and love, that, you know, and, you know, just with the intention that, you know, you have learned that generational lesson and that you see the pattern, you identify it, and now that you wish to create something else, because your words are so powerful. So powerful. Yeah. Himanshi, yes, we will get a card for you next. Do you have a specific question? Angel, on your dreams coming true, it's when you decide to give up resistance to follow the path that's trying to guide you to them, is what my guide just said. Current feelings of Nan Man for me. Okay, we're going to switch to the romance angels. I would like everyone to please like the video, to get in the list for, you know, you just type in the chat and Celia just calls who she's, you know, who we're guided to, but you have to be a subscriber to be able to type in the chat. We get the flirt card, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So make sure you're being lighthearted about things and not holding on too tight. You know, if you're worried about those feelings, you know, don't worry about what that person's feelings are. You know what? We get the true love and the new love card. And then you get the calling in your soulmate. Celia's guidance for you is truly to be and just feel the love you feel for that person. And as long as you're focused on your feelings for that person's going to feel that feeling. And if that person's meant for you, they're going to reciprocate that. And you get to keep an open mind. But if you're really, you know, focused on that person, how do they feel? How do they feel? Don't worry about how they feel. She's saying, like, worry about how you feel. The more you feel in the love, and, you know, trust me, when I'm in my heart chakra and I'm like being the love and the light, Dave loves to be around me. If I'm, you know, all stressed and worried about something, probably not quite as much. And so same thing. Yeah, she's saying, you know, be very lighthearted about it and really focus on your own feelings. You know, because most other people have other things going on and everything for them is not focused completely on us. And trust me, the more that you're in this love feeling and, you know, being in the love, that person's going to be attracted to that feeling, because people want to be around somebody that makes them feel good. So, yeah. She's like, don't worry about them. Focus on you. Focus on where your heart is, keeping your heart in alignment, and be in the highest vibration. So, yeah. Be the light, be the love. You are very welcome. I mean, seriously, when I am in the highest vibration of love, Dave feels that so much and is, is called to that. So, Jennifer, can we get a card for you today? Thanks for your help, ladies. Dave's doing some stuff. He took the day off. But his mom's having surgery today, so he's taking her. He's such a good son. So he's busy, and I haven't seen Danny, so I'm a little later today. We had daylight savings time, and then I still got a little late. So Jennifer, do you have a question? And then Bellanica will get you after. Yeah, she's having cataract surgery. So he's just being a good son, and he always is. I told him in the beginning that was one of the things I love so much, that he's so good to his mom. We're just doing Oracle, so we will just pull a card and see what we get, because we're not doing tarot. So we're going to use the Cosmic Journey. That's a very specific question that normally, we will get guidance. Well, the bottom of the deck is your 111-year-old self, which when I see that card, it reminds me of your ancestors. And I told Dave last night, we were talking that, the ancestors are very much around right now. The veil is like really thin, and there's lots of, there's lots of communication right now. And then we get the I'm a galactic starseed blooming. So Jennifer, I feel like maybe you're just having some dark night of the soul. I know when I was having my dark night of the soul, like I was having some of that stuff. And just the more I got into meditation and really asking, calling in the archangels and asking for support and protection, and putting myself in a protective bubble, like literally, like did so much for me energetically. I feel like you just have to, I know I had to really surrender to my journey, like literally, like I was resisting it until I literally surrendered, and like, because it's trying to bloom you into something. So I feel like it's literally just the dark night of the soul, because that's, the blooming. And I feel like ask your ancestors for guidance and help and protection. And just know you are protected. Even if you feel like something's happening, Celia's like, you are protected. Like, because and polish your mirror for perfect clarity. when Before I normally come and do a video, I look in the mirror and I can normally see Celia. So I feel like look in the mirror. If you need some reassurance, go look in the mirror and look for your higher self. Because your higher self's there. I feel like which is, your 111-year-old self is your higher self. Because time is linear, everything is in the now. So, that is still now. So, but I feel like just know you are protected. She's like, so like you're protected. Like that is, yeah. But if you need to go look in the mirror, like literally, I go look in the mirror. and I can tell if Celia's right there with me or not, and if I'm not, I normally will do my makeup or do something, and then then she like comes in, because when you're doing something that you're not really paying attention to, it makes it really easy for that to happen. So go brush your hair, or do something in front of the mirror. Doing dishes is a great thing to, call energy, that in. But like literally before I come in, I go look in the mirror and see her. And, well, that's what it reminded me to, say that, you know, call in your higher self. But she's like, you're so protected, Jennifer. So, um, the more you focus on that, the more you're going, the more you focus on that negative stuff, the more of that negative stuff is going to come. I promise. I was trying to figure it out. Because I had really like crazy things I thought happening to me. And, you know, I had some people that said, yeah, that stuff is possible, but why you? And I was like, I don't know. And apparently it's because I have such a good connection with Celia, and Celia's pretty good guidance. She's been great for me and Dave enough that we want to share her with everyone else. So you are very welcome, Jennifer, but she's like really adamant that you are protected. You know, but I feel like maybe you're having some dark night of the soul stuff, because that starseed blooming, feels like, once you go through that dark night of the soul and kind of surrender to, the path. And once I did, that's when I really got into my tarot and started doing that, and was really doing meditation daily. Like, if you're not meditating, make sure, it's a great thing to do daily. Dave and I listen to solfeggio tones or singing bowls or different things while we sleep. So just, she's like, you're protected. So I'm just gonna, say, Bellanica, tell me whatever spirit wants me to know about this full moon in love. Okay. I feel like I have a hair, so I'm like, and there's my mom ringing the wind chimes. So, you get that this could be the one card, and you've already met the romantic partner you seek. And then the bottom of the deck is the deception card, is someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Which, if it's someone you just met, most people are wearing a false mask, because always trying to put that best foot forward. But, it's about asking, those hard questions. That Scorpio energy, we're the sun is in Scorpio, and that Scorpio energy is about really, I feel, asking those deep questions. Sometimes those questions you're afraid to ask, that's really going to get to, somewhere deep with someone. So I feel like, and with doing that, you have to make sure that's allowing you to take your mask off, to be vulnerable, to share some things that make you vulnerable. But it's saying this could be the one. So, that's a really good one. And then you get the you deserve love card on the bottom, which is you are lovable. So, and she's shooting the arrow. So I feel like it's whatever, wherever this intention is, you have to go. But just make sure you're not holding your mask up, holding your shields up. Make sure you're being vulnerable. And if you have any pain or anything from the past, you have to let that go, or that will kind of block anything coming in. Like if you have like past issues with relationships of somebody cheating on you, and you're kind of focused on that energy, and you didn't do any healing work around that issue, that next person is very likely going to bring that pattern right back around, because that's still in your energy if you haven't worked on it. So you just have to decide that you expect something different. And in that, like Abraham's example, pick up the different end of the stick. You have, someone cheating at one end of the stick and loyalty is at the other end of the stick. You just have to decide which end of the stick you want to pick up. So Celia says to put your hand on your heart and close your eyes and you will feel his feelings for you that you know. So she says, So that's beautiful. Elin, we will get a card for you. I'm going to have to get it. You are very welcome. Well, Elin, the bottom of the deck is let your friends help you. So make sure you're spending time with your friends. And then we're going to get the card that jumped. Codependency. So spending time with your friends is really good. And then you get the forgiving and learning card. So I feel like it's just saying about take your, look at where your patterns are in love. Make sure you're not being in that codependent energy. If you are, you're just going to keep reattracting that same cycle. So you have to really, I feel like, look at your patterns and codependency with relationship. And I feel like it's saying, spend some time with your friends, having fun, playfulness, get out and have some fun. Just fun. She's like fun. And look at where your patterns are with relationships. Not only even yours, like your parents, your cousins, your extended family. Where is, that, generational energy with, relationships. So. Good morning, Corinne. How are you doing? Corinne, thank you for donating. Do you have a question, Corinne? And do you want tarot or oracle? You are very welcome, Elin. Have a great day. I think it might be later in the day there. It's like 9:30 here. We just had time change. We do this crazy daylight savings thing. One more year. We'll start with here. Cards about Eric. Corinne, Celia's saying to tell you that the veil is like really thin and like telepathic messages can like the other day, me and my daughter were talking about Dave bringing a rug over and I didn't even talk to Dave and then he sent the message about it. So like that telepathic connection between you and your twin is like right there right now. So any thoughts you're having towards him, he can feel. And then you get the love yourself first card. And you get pay attention to red flags, which that veil, that thing is open, which I feel like is saying that veil is open right now. So really feel love in your heart and like really be of that love and be in that, feminine love energy, and the more you project that love to him, like he can feel it like so much. She's like so much. And she wants to pull one of the new cards for you. So, yeah, but I feel like the more you're like doing like self-care stuff and really making yourself feel like the Empress, do some self-love on yourself and then, put your hand on your heart and really focus energy towards him and think about loving thoughts about him, and he'll feel that for sure. She's like, really, yeah. She said, like, self-care day, like, make sure, yeah, do something extra self-care today. You know, like, do something for yourself. And then send those little, like, love thoughts, like the most romantic time or whatever, the best time you guys ever had together. Like, feel that. Like, if I think of that feeling with the book with Dave, like, he can feel that. So, she's like, really, do that self-care and be feeling really good about yourself and in high vibration and that confidence, and then send him that love vibration. So she said homework of the day. Oh yeah, because we get the Three of Swords here, which is, solar plexus chakra, and then we get the Ten of Coins, which is, both solar plexus, which is stepping into your power, and then the Ace of Coins is, which is something brand new, and a new, a new opportunity in the physical. But, like, I feel like that's really, healing that Three of Swords is healing that heart by really loving on yourself and really give yourself the love. She's like, give yourself the love. And as you give yourself to love, that helps heal your heart. And as you do that, she's like, do the self-care and then send him the love. Like, she's like, new opportunity, which that's, root chakra, that's the physical. And then we have the Two of Coins, which is the Pinnacle, which if you look in this one, I told Dave, this card reminds me of the Three of Wands normally, because, she's looking at that ship. It's getting ready to come in. So she's wanting you to open your heart, really love yourself, and then share that love. And thank you for donating. We greatly appreciate you, which is why we always pull tarot for anyone that is that donates and that does move your priorities. So thank you, Corinne. Now you make me want to get it. I'm going to get some self-care because my daughter's supposed to come do my hair. That's why I am watching my phone, because when she says she's coming, we're letting her come, because, oh, just a second. We got to get that process going because she's a busy girl with school and being a mom and work. So when she can fit me in to come do my hair, we're letting her come. So tarot at 11 might not be at 11 because hair is my self-care priority of the day. So yes, she says she knows you'll do that. And like, she's like, I promise, being of that light and that love and really coming from your heart space. And like, Dave says, my superpower is my unconditional love. Like, so be of your heart. Which part of all of that is because, I work on my connection, and I did a lot of work with my path, that my intention was that when I'm in alignment, my higher self is right here with me, and Celia is right with me. If I'm in alignment, Celia's like forefront, and like, she used to be a little more in the back, but like with Dave, like, he can look at me and tell you if it's me or if it's Celia. And Celia will ask him some of the hard questions that I wouldn't ask him. But that's all part of my throat chakra and me being willing to just open and be that channel. Because Celia's, Dave's higher self too. And I feel like that's the case with Corinne with, that twin flame thing. I feel like you share, like Dave and I share that higher self. Like Celia is both of our higher selves, for sure. So just know, like with that, like if you're thinking of him, he's thinking of you. Celia's like, you guys are so much more connected than most people realize. Like when I first met Dave and we were talking, I don't even know if we had actually even met. And I was talking about, that I was opening up my psychic stuff, and he wanted me to guess his high school name, his, nickname. And I was really just working on stuff. So I got pretty close. Enough that he took the reference of both the things I said. So just know, Corinne, like she's like, you guys are like so connected, like way more than you realize. That you share that higher self. Like she's like Dave and I share her. She's like, when I think of us, I see me, Dave, and Celia as like that three of the light seers, three of pentacles, like the three of us working together. So just know that will be the case for you as well, Corinne. She's saying, yeah. Yeah, but if you're not having good communication or you're having a hard time, literally ask your ego to step aside and ask your higher self to have the conversation, because literally, or if you're not sure what you should do, ask your higher self and put your hand on your heart and go with what, tell your ego to literally step aside. Because okay, Corinne, where is Scorpio in your chart? Celia's asking me. Where is Scorpio and Taurus in your chart? What house? Where is that axis for you? And this is coffee and cards, so she's just having conversation, and she's not going to go on until she's ready. And Corinne, she wants to talk to you, so we're going to talk for a second. So everybody hang tight. So you just has a message for Corinne still, so we're going to keep going with Corinne. So, and I'm just going to listen to the wind chimes from my mom. Cassabelle, we're going to go ahead and pull a card for you while we're waiting to talk to Corinne. She wants to know, Corinne, yeah, where's your Scorpio Taurus at? Oh, you have to look and see, like, you have to know the time and the place you were born. But like, it'll tell you like your ascendant, like pull your full chart. Like it will tell you so much, like you really got to look. Like it'll tell you like your sun is your outer expression to the world in general. Mine's Taurus, so I can be kind of stubborn. Ask many people in my life. My moon is Leo, so I wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's really true because, like, Leo is your inner, your moon is your inner self. Sometimes we don't show others, but yeah, mine's, Leo, so I wear it on my, my heart on my sleeve. And then my rising is Sag, which is that free spirit, which is why I can let Celia just come through me because I have that Sag energy of, being open and that. So like all those parts of your chart are really important, like where those things are, like what other parts of your chart, like where your Chiron is so important. Like I healed my Chiron or started on that path and like brought Dave in so quickly. And like, then we worked on so much of that together. And every day we're working on Chiron together. Because my Chiron's using my voice and Dave's Chiron is relationship, 7th house. So every day we're both working on our Chiron. So Corinne, if you haven't pulled your full birth chart, pull it. Like Celia's like, that's why she won't go, because we're like, she's like, no, you got to really like that Chiron look, I'm trying to look because she always has me have it right here. So, because the Chiron is the key. Celia's like, the Chiron is the key. Like, you got to look where your Chiron is. it's the wounded healer in your chart, and you have to like look where it is for you, but also look at the aspects of what are the natural planets and ruler of that house. So like, yeah, that's why she won't go on, because she wants you to look. She thinks it's going to cause you a big aha moment. Yeah, I like feel the whole light bulb going off up here that you're going to read that. I mean, even if you can do his, even better, honestly. And then see how they play off each other. So like literally, and then you can do like a synastry chart. Well, you can do like a composite chart, which sees your aspects, or you can do a synastry chart, which is like a chart of your relationship. Like your relationship has a north node, your relationship has a Chiron. So you have like those parts, like do that if you can get his, if you know, when I met Dave, like before, I told Dave a little bit of stuff, and then he pulled both our full charts and like did so much. Joy, I'm sorry. Celia just has a message for Corinne that we feel is important. Have a great day. Yeah, she just won't go on until she completes a message. So yeah, but like Corinne, it's like so important that Chiron, like seriously, like. But like mine and Dave's play off each other, like. So. Hi, Linda. Can we get a card for you? Happy birthday. I guess. Hold on. We're going to Casabel first because we called Casabel. Then we had to finish Corinne's message because so you won't go till she's done. We get I'm a galactic starseed blooming. So I feel like if you've been going through any kind of dark night of the soul, you get the activated ally card. You're probably getting a lot of downloads and stuff. Like right now, Dave and I are both really getting so activated. So like right now, especially with the eclipse energy, like so many activations right now, Casabel. So be open to whatever, the breadcrumbs that come towards you. If you get inspiration to do something, go do it. Yeah. Linda, did you have a question? And I bet, Linda, you're getting really activated if today is your birthday because, we are in Scorpio season. Full moon, lunar eclipse tomorrow. Like the energy's like already so here. Me and Dave are already talking about it. Like I told him I'm probably not going to be able to sleep tonight. And we expect to go out and watch the part of the eclipse in the morning. So when it's here for us. Linda, are you still here? Do you have a question? Yeah. Hi, Princess Kayla. How are you doing today? Yes, it's a beautiful day. Before I came on, so you want me to walk outside and just really sit in the sun and really, enjoy it for a few minutes because that, we love being outside. So that's why I have my window open and the light shining in a little bit because, yeah, it's a really beautiful day. So it's a really good day to, make sure you're in your heart and to, send that energy out to everyone. Some people are really going through a rough time. A lot of people are doing dark night of the soul stuff. So, Princess Kayla, would you like a card Um, we're gonna do the cosmic journey, Celia's saying for you. Like she's saying you're in a better place right now. So as you're in that better place, make sure you're, being in your heart and like make sure you're, sharing your light and your love. Like Dave and I go around places and we do little like we kiss and we just like really like do little love bombs of our energy because we feel like that drops little like our energy signature there. Like, just so make sure that, anytime that you guys are together, make sure you're dropping them little love bombs of energy around sporadically. I know Dave and I are doing it. We're getting ready to go to Sedona. We were talking about that, Celia wants us to do a little video about, our trip every day as we're going. And me and Dave do a lot of work. So we might be doing some like videos about us doing the work as we're driving because we're going to drive to Sedona from here. So that's like 3 8-hour days. We're going to take it slow because we like to do things on the way. We don't want to we could drive it in 2, but there's no reason. So we're just going to take our time. So when we're out in Sedona, we're going to do lots of videos from a lot of different places and just share our magical little journey with everyone. We get allow your work to become your art. So make sure whatever brings you the most joy, like what this is my joy, make sure you're doing that. I feel like it's calling you because you get the next one is you're at the divine Y point. So what in your life needs to go away? Because then you get to write this into reality card, and then you get your lighthouse guide you home to the stars. And me and Dave are always talking about the lighthouse, about being the beacon. So Princess Kayla, you are supposed to be the beacon. So make sure you're being, I told Dave yesterday, and then polish your mirror for perfect clarity. People see us, neither one of us are perfect people. But you know what? Me and Dave have I wouldn't trade the love I have with Dave for anything in the whole world. Literally, like that's it for me. So, and like I told Dave, if we were both the perfect people, everybody would expect that to kind of be the normal because we're perfect people. Neither Dave or I are perfect people, but we are being the beacon and shining our light. And I feel like Princess Kayla, like it's saying that you are going to need to step into that role as well. I feel like that's your why point. And that's going to be part of what your job is, sharing that light. And, like we're supposed to share how me and Dave came together. Some people are, in that part where they think this is my person, it's runner chaser. But like, Dave was I had a catalyst. Dave, never, we don't have any of that energy. So I feel like you're supposed to share your story of your twin flame journey. Because like I feel like this is like you get to write the story of how you want to express it, but I feel like you're supposed to be the lighthouse too. Yes, what Dave and I have is super rare. That's why I told him, eventually we're both going to have the perfect bodies we want. But right now that's not the time for this. You know because Dave can work like foreman and just like we're just right where we need to be. Yes, it's really good when you get, I feel like you're to that different next level. That's what Celia's like, "Oh, you're to this next level, so just know that you need you need to think that you are past that journey and you need to write a new story of the next level of where you want to be. You get to decide. So write the most beautiful love story you want to be. Like Dave and I didn't really have any examples, and like he loves the idea of us reading cards together because he's like, are there any other twin flames that do that? And you know, we have fun with that, bouncing off each other. And our cards are normally very synchronistic, just because we are so connected. So we're just sharing that, some people think that, the twin flame journey is always, that hard thing. And then you get into union and then it's just like, oh, everything's perfect. We get into union and every day still just working. We're just working on it together instead of working on it alone. But like sometimes even Dave and I are energetically apart, working on different things. So, but I feel like you're supposed to be the lighthouse. And I feel like as you do that, that's going to be part of your work. I feel like it's part of your mission, like together. I bet if you looked at your chart where your North Node is for your union, it's probably something with that. I know Dave and I literally drop little energetic love bombs wherever we go. So it's just you and me, Princess Kayla. So I am going to go and get ready. My daughter's getting ready to come and do my hair. But like, so, yeah, I'm going to go get ready to get my hair done. You have a very beautiful day. Yeah. I love that chart homework. Me and Dave are always doing ours, but like it's always just part of the process. Yeah. So have a great, great day. Yeah, we're gonna go get ready. I'm getting my hair done. So see everyone later. Bye.